Here's the most reliable system I have for arranging songs and never getting stuck in the loop trap again. So if you've ever made a melody or nice loop or piece of music that you liked but didn't know how to turn it into a full song, this is the video for you. Here's how it works. It's called the two-loop rule. You can literally start with anything and turn it into a song. So I'm just going to start with this vocal sample from Splice.
Oh, you don't stand a chance fighting for our love.
Splice is my sample library of choice. I'm going to drag that vocal into my DAW. Let's speed it up. We'll also add some echo and reverb to it and filter it. We'll make it nice and deep housey.
Oh, you don't stand a chance fighting for our love. Our love, our love.
Let's add some chords to it to make it more inspired. I'm going to use this nice deep housey synth to match the vibe. We'll go with an E, a G sharp, a B, and F sharp. They have like a nice sad gloominess. I'm just gonna loop this to match the length of the vocals.
You don't stand a chance fighting for our love. Our love, our love. Oh, you don't stand a chance fighting for our love. Our love, our love.
Now, we have a small loop of music that we're vibing with, and my first instinct is to wanna quickly turn it into a full song so we can hear what this sounds like in full song form. But the real question is, how do we do that? It's in this exact moment that most producers will get stuck, including myself. We can keep adding instruments to this loop like drums and a bass, but we'll still be stuck in the loop. Additionally, I could just take these and keep lining them up back to back, but now we have a bunch of loops back to back and nothing's changing. So let's plug in the two-loop rule and see how easily it can help us do that. The first step is to designate any of the instruments in your loop as your main instrument, and then just make sure you loop it out 6 times. I think it's easiest to just use the chords. So now our chord progression loops 6 times, and this is basically our timeline. I also like to color code it as well to help me visualize our arrangement. Now here's the easy part. Every 2 loops of these chords, we're gonna add a change to the arrangement. And you're gonna see how easy it is to make a song just come together. Let's listen to section 1 so we can get on to section 2.
Stand a chance fighting for our love. Our love, our love. Oh, you don't stand a chance fighting for our love. Our love.
Now we need to change. As far as what to change, I like to go off of vibes with a little very simple math. The math says we don't have any drums or bass yet, so we can easily add one of those instruments. The vibes say adding drums and bass here would probably sound pretty cool. So I'm going to loop my vocals again because I just feel like they're not expired yet. Let's go ahead and add a bass. For my bass line, I'm just going to pull my chords down onto a clean MIDI track, go into the MIDI, get rid of the high notes. We're going to use the bottom notes of the chords as our bass. I have a nice bass synth already loaded up. If you want to learn how to make that bass sound, I made a sound design video last year. Check that video out. Now this bass sounds a little slow, especially if we compare it to the chords. The chords are moving more at a dun 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 type of rhythm. I want to follow that so we can keep our rhythms cohesive. So we just have to double the frequency of some of these bass notes. Now when you're adding stuff to each 2 loops of the arrangement, you want to avoid over adding. but you also want to avoid under adding. It's like this weird balance that made me realize the energy of music is really picky. So a starting point that I've come up with that can somewhat make this easy is just make 2 nice changes and start there. You can adjust that later. The second change I'm going to make is just the simplest of drum rhythms. We have a kick and a hi-hat. And we're just going to go straight forward, 4 on the floor. We're just going to use these 2 drums. We can add the rest of the drums later, but because the bass comes in, we really don't need much more to come in than these 2 drums. Now, we're going to play back our first transition and see if it works. If it works, we can move on to the next one. Let's do it. All right, let's transition check. Nice. It's like a nice little deep house track. I can't wait to see what happens here now. The question is, what happens here? Where do we go next? Well, according to the 2-loop rule, we can only have 2 changes every 2 loops. You see, we don't have bass here, so that counts as a change. And we also don't have drums here. That also counts as a change. But I don't want those to be the change. I want to add stuff. In music, the way you change over the course of an arrangement is by adding an instrument, taking an instrument away, and or adding expression to an instrument or removing that expression. So I'm just going to keep these drums as is because I really don't feel like they've expired yet. I'm going to keep the bass running. These drums have plenty of room to layer up. I'm going to keep it very simple, and my first change for this section is going to be a 16th note hi-hat. Sounds like this. Then we could take this rim shot and put it on top of every other kick. I think a rim shot in this case is a lot more suitable than a clap because I really want to preserve that deep vibe of the chords and vocals. Here's a little top loop. I like these. They add a little mushiness to the drums to kind of blend them all together. So these drum additions can act as one change, so we still need one more change to really bring this section to life and keep it interesting. And after all these years, I still look at this and I ask myself, what do we do next? Never gets easier. But what I'm going to do is just apply these little rules I make for myself, like the 2-loop rule, and hope that it works. Now, another change I can make is to add expression to our existing chords. I can open them up and let them shine. But I don't think the song's there yet. We can probably do that over here. I'm going to add some very relaxed counter melodies that aren't too aggressive, but they're a nice subtle addition. Probably use that. That'll be a nice response. So naturally, these aren't going to be in key. See? You have to come down here and transpose it. I think I'm vibing. All right, transition check. All we need with a transition is for it to be a satisfying change. If it's not satisfying, you have to go back to work because the song lives in the transition. That's where your songwriting skills matter. Anybody can make a melody and set of chords like I did, but not everybody can transition that piece of music into another piece of music and then another piece of music and it all sound like one song. Good start. Now the emptiness is starting to feel more natural. So we have more choices here. We can either get rid of instruments, because that sounded honestly pretty good, or we can keep adding expression and building upwards. Keep the bass in there and build up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to digress yet. Eventually, we're going to have to digress and start getting rid of layers. But let's keep going upwards. I'm going to take these chords and I'm going to layer the chords here to add expression to this section of our song. And this will account for one of the two changes. I'm going to get rid of the bass notes. We don't need them. I'm going to pull these notes up an octave. But I'm going to change the sound just to get some variety in here. Listen how pretty. It's like heaven. I'm also going to open up the cutoff knob to increase the expression of the chords themselves. Isn't that like pretty? Alright, now we have our little 8-loop arrangement. I'm going to play this back. Just keep in mind that our little vocal hook here does repeat for a majority of this arrangement. Sounds a little silly. But of course, it still sounds awesome. It shows you how reliable the 2-loop system is. Good transition. Big transition coming up. Beautiful. Hear those counter melodies? Nice. Beautiful melodies. That's a video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to send me your music so I could help you develop into a great producer, check out my resources for that in the description below, and stay tuned for the next video lesson.